Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. I wanted to make a video or two before you know, just go to sleep. You know, your boy worked that night shift, worked that swing in the night. But nevertheless, man, I wanted to get a video in. I wanted to address this subject because I'm gonna be the first one to say it. You know, at the end of the day, y'all know how I roll. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to say the stuff that need to be said. At the end of the day, you know, I'm not even gonna talk about that alleged situation that happened with Tank. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure it'll get fixed. It'll work itself out. But to me, the next fight, I think that should get made for Tank. The obvious choice for Tank's next fight at 130 should be Gary Russell Jr. This is a sellable fight. People will tune in to this fight. You know what I'm saying? The battle of the DMV, Baltimore versus DC. It's a fight that should be made. It's a fight that'll do some numbers because at the end of the day, if Tank, the star that everybody is saying he is now based off his pay-per-view numbers for his pay-per-view debut, then there's no reason why they can't make a fight with Gary Russell Jr. You know, at the end of the day, this is a fight that people would tune in for. I'd buy this fight. And depending on where it is, if they have a live audience, I'd go to this fight. They get this fight in Vegas, I might go to that fight. So at the end of the day, it makes a lot of sense. You know, it really gonna come down to Floyd and Al Heyman. At the end of the day, this is an easy fight. This is a easy fight that should be made. It is nothing standing in the way of this fight getting made unless Floyd playing his politics again. Hey, at the end of the day, my question is for Floyd. Floyd, you love making these Mexicans rich. You love giving them you know what I'm saying, life-changing paydays. How about giving one to your fellow black man? Since you acting like you woke now. You know, Floyd, can a brother get a payday now? Instead of all these Mexicans? You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the Mexicans that follow my channel and everything, but y'all let's just keep it real, man. Okay? Let's just keep it real. Stop making it look like black versus black don't sell. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford get made within the next 6 months, that fight doing, if it don't do 1 million, it's doing close to 1 million. Because this thing about Mexican versus black is the only type of fight that sells is complete bullshit. Some of the biggest fights in history have happened between two black men. And Floyd need to quit playing these games, man. Okay? Like I said, whatever he got going on with Gary Russell Jr., the best revenge he can get against Gary Russell Jr. is to put Tank in the ring with Gary Russell Jr. If he feel like Tank can beat Gary Russell Jr., that'll be his revenge. There's something going on between Floyd and Gary Russell Jr. behind the scenes, which everybody knows it is. But for Floyd to sit up there and say, well, I ain't giving Gary Russell Jr. a payday, but he want to keep giving these Mexicans paydays, then, you know, that's not cool. For real. Let this fight happen. People want to see it. It'll be a great fight. Gary Russell Jr. comes forward and lets his hands go, and then you got Tank, the Baltimore Slugger. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fight that's going to be good. Make the fight, Floyd. Okay, for real. Let's get this fight made. Tank versus Gary Russell Jr., March 2021. You know what I'm saying? For real. It need to happen. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.